So I've joined Lever, I guess closer to 4 months ago and almost 5 now as the Senior Director of Content and Web Strategy. And my role is to not only create content marketing strategies that drive conversion, but think through the whole user journey, customer journey, to tell the right story about Lever from a brand perspective, but also find and surface different touch points in the web journey and others that can help create a better user experience, but also optimize conversion as well. Part of the reason why I'm really passionate about working at Lever is that it's a mission, purpose-driven company. I think today, these days, especially in the tech world, where you see there's a lot of kind of, how do I say it, layoffs in different roles, different organizations. A platform like Lever is really important because it can help teams, help organizations, help companies think through how they want to structure their hiring goals or need to pivot based on what the company goals are. And I also like that it's very focused on increasing representation in different roles and helping keep that top of mind for different companies, different hiring managers, so that as they're thinking through the roles that they have, they're thinking through the makeup of their workforce, their teams, to see if they can have a diversity of opinion, a diversity of profiles to create a better product, as well as reflect that the world we live in today. So previous to joining Lever, I was at a crypto company called Abra as a senior director of content there, helping to launch the platform, go-to-market strategy, as well as kind of help the rest of the crypto world recognize that there's more than one crypto banking platform out there. In terms of that role and why I took that role, I like that it was my second go round in in crypto. And I love that it was this new emerging technology, but not focused on one coin, but focused on a platform that would help democratize access to, alternative financial avenues and vehicles where some traditional banking methods may have failed, probably some marginalized communities as well. But as crypto winter started to hit a little harder, I decided to make a move. And I think, really wanted to refocus on working for a mission-driven company. But the short version of my backstory is that I have worked over 20 plus years in content, especially in the tech world, in various companies, small, medium, large. And with each one, I've come in with the goal to optimize how we produce content, but also focus on how content is produced so that it, from a search perspective, is found in search, can drive someone down the content funnel, but also connects with them just by being high quality and resonant with that particular. Yeah, that's a great question. I really want to understand where there might be a lack of trust, and that might involve getting closer to sales teams to see what the objections are, any kind of objection selling that they're doing, but also kind of understanding it from a user perspective or a customer perspective, regardless of the industry. In some cases, I am a consumer. In most cases of the companies I've worked at, I was a consumer of these different product services that they're offering. So it's applying my own kind of maybe perceived lack of trust that I might have in a product like ours. So it's kind of using my own personal experience, marrying it with what I hear in terms of what our sales teams say and the objections that they're hitting in the market, but also just doing a listening session around, especially using social media as a lever, around what we might hear in the market as to why people might not, in the example of crypto, want to invest in crypto yet. In the example of Lever, why they might choose us over a competitor, or vice versa, right? And how can we win their trust and drive credibility with them moving forward? So it's a series of just kind of knowledge building internally and externally, but also kind of relying on my own experience as a consumer of these platforms in some cases, to understand what might help inform my content marketing strategy. Yeah, I mean, FTX is a very strong example of what can go wrong in crypto and how it can. I don't know what the win back in terms of trust it looks like there, because that's pretty catastrophic. What I would say in the case of Abra is that you have to have our CEO was front and center, and like any other crypto CEO was always via a YouTube show or content, either blogs or social media posts, continually reinforcing the values of Abra and how we would never have a rug pull or make it so that you can't get your money out in the event that we lose liquidity for any reason, right? And really owning up to that. So in some ways, it's on the onus of the company to make sure that they can be as truthful and what's the word I'm looking for? Truthful and can actually like connect and keep their word. But in the case where things go badly, there needs to be an honest answer and an honest approach from that same leadership team, either the CEO, whoever was front facing, and explain what the next steps are, how they came to get to this point, and what consumers can do moving forward, and just reinforce that as well. It's like a constant series of, at this point, mea culpas, but also taking ownership of the issue and providing a solution. Where it feels like FTX is kind of, the leadership has gone dark for one reason or another. And even though they might have a series of communications and things like that, there hasn't been a steady stream of communication from the CEO on what has happened. And he might not be legally allowed to anymore since he's no longer the CEO. But to answer your question, I think in some ways when you hit issues like this from an external point of view and you have to do some PR, it's best to be honest and use your content levers like your blog, YouTube videos, and have a series of posts on the different subjects that kind of help reinstill some trust in the market, or at least in your consumers, by being as transparent as you can be, but also reinforcing that this is not malintent, right? That this is unforeseen in some ways circumstances from major macro factors that we are all trying to weather the storm in right now, and this is the go forward path. Yeah, so our tech stack right now is pretty bare bones, for lack of better. I don't want to call SEMrush bare bones, but we have SEMrush. And we also obviously like the kind of core ones like Google Search Console, Ahrefs. I would love to get into some more robust tools that can help from a holistic standpoint. SEMrush is great and Ahrefs too, to help kind of us compare and contrast our content efforts as well as our technical SEO efforts to make sure that we are optimizing the site to ensure that it provides a good user experience, but also can rank in search. But that is it for now. We don't have any more tools than that. And we also use an agency to help kind of keep monitoring all of this effort.